Hello, class. They say curiosity killed the cat. I say if the cat was not curious, it would not have known that it had 9 lives. My name is Nichelle Church, and because of curiosity, I am a lifelong learner. Curiosity has changed my life. What is curiosity? A strong desire to know something. How do you develop curiosity? By seeking and asking the questions. Albert Einstein said, the most important thing is to not stop learning. It is the holy curiosity. In the Oxford Dictionary, curiosity is being inquisitive. Also, curiosity is the longing to know something. It also, with the curiosity, the increased frustration of not knowing something can also cause curiosity. Albert Einstein also said, which he's become one of my favorite people when it comes to curiosity, success is boundless curiosity. It is to it increases your imagination, it increases your mental exercise, and it increases the strength of your mind. The why of curiosity. Why do I need the curiosity? To increase the interest in your life and the things that are going on around you. If you didn't have the curiosity, you wouldn't extend yourself to learn more, to do better, and to input yourself into other people's life, to meet other people. If you weren't curious about a person, you wouldn't go try to meet that person and to introduce yourself to that person. One of the things, for me, I am a chapter president, I am a state board member, and I am an e-board member of our assembly, which is Mental Health, DODD, and OVH. How I started off is you hear about the union. And so once you hear about it, you want to find out what it's about, how do you participate, what's going on. So I attended a conference, a Stewart conference. And so once I attended the Stewart conference, I met new people. I learned new things. I grasped the concept of how to become a steward. So once I became a steward, I became an activist. And so in that process, I gathered the information that I had learned and I took it back to the other people to spark an interest in them and get them to be involved in the union. So that curiosity within me caused me to spark the interest in everyone else and bring it back and bring more people to learn, to learn, to learn. And that's what the activism is about. Being active, bringing awareness to the union and protecting people and different things like that. And that curiosity sparked that in me. Curiosity also teaches lifelong lessons. Actually, Albert Einstein once again said, reminded that intellectual growth should commence at birth and should not cease until death. That being said, as a child, they're very curious. Babies, children are very, very curious. They want to touch, feel, taste. They want to use all their senses. So one of the things I thought about is a fire. When a baby goes, they see a fire, they see the red, pretty blue lights, blue, orange, and it's just dancing, and so they're like, ooh, pretty. So they reach out to touch it. Now, if a parent does not intervene in that interaction, the child can get burnt. Sometimes a parent doesn't make it to intervene on that child touching that fire, so the child gets burned. And so in that lesson, that child has gotten burned and the child realized hot. Sometimes the parents can tell the child that, hey, that's hot, no, but they don't understand hot until they touched the fire. But their curiosity sparked them to touch the fire, but it was a parent or that lesson that taught them that they should not touch the fire because it's hot. Okay. Now the how of curiosity. How do I solve this problem of me being curious? How do I go about fixing, because I'm curious and I don't know how to go about finding out what I'm curious about? There's several ways. One is actually speaking. You will actually ask the questions. Ask the who, what, when, why, how, and where. The kids ask you all the time, why? And you be like, oh, quit asking me why. You shouldn't ask them to stop asking you why, because they seek information, and so you have to give them that knowledge. There are no dumb questions. People say, I don't want to ask that question because it's a dumb question. The only dumb question there is not to ask the dumb question, or the question period, because the question is not dumb, because apparently there's something there that you don't understand and you're seeking understanding on what's being talked about or what's being taught. So there is no dumb question, because a lot of times when you ask that question, someone else is thinking it, but they were just too ashamed to ask that question. And if you don't ask that question, you will never get an understanding. And another thing is watching. People watch when they're curious. They watch people to see how they react, and that's different environments. Children watch their parents all the time when they see them doing different things, and you wonder how children pick up different mannerisms, and they'll be like, "Oh, you look just like your mom," or "You walk just like your mom," or "You sound like your mom," because children are curious, and once they learn, they watch. And so that's part of that curiosity. And they learn behaviors from their environment, their teachers, their parents, their siblings, grandparents. They learn from around people just by watching. So that's another way people people solve their curiosity, how they seek to answers for their curiosity. Another thing is people Google things. Hey, what is that? I don't know. Okay, well, let's Google it. Google's been a big thing. They do an engine search. They search for that information on a website, whether it's in a website, whether it's in a dictionary, encyclopedia, of the sources. Research is a very good way of learning how to figure out what you need. Okay. So, in conclusion, think. What is a desire to know or learn? Why do you need curiosity? Why do you need to learn new things? How do I develop curiosity? By seeking answers. Now, I have a call to action. Look back on your life. Where would you be without curiosity? How far would you have gotten without that curiosity? Tell me about your curiosity.